Hey everybody, it is Abby. How are you guys doing today? Today I bring to you to spit or swallow. That is the question. Well, that is quite a question now, isn't it? Um, is there any risk to this? Is there any benefit in any way? Do you have a preference? This is a touchy subject for some, and sometimes even sparks a little bit of a debate with people, with couples. Um, before we get into this, let me know what your opinions and thoughts are on this. Do you have a preference? And stick around because later on in the video, I will let you know what my preference is. I'm interested to see all of your responses. I did have a lot of fun researching this one, and my source for it was an article I found from Cosmopolitan magazine in a 2020 edition, and I thought that it took a really great approach, a really lighthearted approach to something that for some is a very serious thing. Um, you know, they raised this question and they came up with some pretty good answers. So it covers health concerns, and it has some other things like what to expect if you choose to go for this. So I'm going to share them with you and hope you enjoy it and have fun with it. I know I did. So I guess we'll get the serious stuff out of the way first, the health risks. I light up a cigarette, I know. Issues. I'm having issues, guys. Alright, so, like I said, first things first, we'll get the health stuff out of the way. Then we'll get to the more lighthearted stuff. Are there any health risks either way? Generally, it is safe and at times beneficial, according to gynecologists, to swallow. However, before you embark on the endeavor, a very open and honest conversation should be had with your partner about STIs, sexually transmitted infections, and maybe even a test could be involved because they can be transmitted through ingestion, especially if you have an open wound in your mouth or throat, and this could increase the chances of the transmission. And more often than not, if you have an open wound in your mouth or throat, you're not even going to notice it. So testing is recommended, and you can always protect yourself with some flavored condoms. That's why they make them. Number 2, you could be allergic. Who knew? I certainly didn't. Believe it or not, some people are actually allergic to semen, and it is called seminal plasma hypersensitivity, which could cause redness, pain, swelling, and blisters in the mouth within 10 to 30 minutes of contact. And although it's a pretty rare occurrence, keep some antihistamines nearby in case of a reaction, especially if you have a new partner. And now that we've gotten some of the awkwardness about talking about the STIs out of the way, are there any benefits to swallowing semen? Well, there have been studies that have showed a possible correlation with improved mood in those who had contact with it. They suggest that it could have something to do with mood-boosting properties in semen and the hormones and antioxidants in semen that support sperm productivity that your gut could theoretically absorb. However, the moods could have been boosted by other factors as well. I think that's the case. It's been boosted by other factors. Yeah. No. Thinking swallowing is boosting your mood? I question that, ladies. I'm not buying into that one, guys. Sorry. Interestingly enough, though, there was a study done that suggested that swallowing semen while pregnant led to a lower rate of preeclampsia. Now, keep in mind, not that this is an argument for you who may have a woman who's pregnant right now, that this is what she should be doing, because keep in mind that statement, the word said suggested. It did not say proved. So remember that. Suggested. One might ask, does it digest weird or affect your gut in any way? Well, semen is composed of water, protein, vitamins, minerals, and of course, spermatozoa. So your stomach will digest it as it would any other food. And no, it is not food. And now that we've got all the health topics out of the way, the question still remains: to spit or to swallow? More than anything, it is a matter of preference, and every person is going to be different about how they feel about doing this, on both ends, guys and girls. So find out what you're both comfortable with. Obviously, that's a common sense one, right? Most importantly, and aside from doing that, there are some things to consider when you're trying to decide if this is something you actually want to do. Position. Position matters. This matters because if you're on your knees and he's standing, it's not going to be controlled, ladies. As the article put it, and I quote, "It is not going to be like a sip of Arnold Palmer from a pitcher on a sunny day at the races sort of flow. It is going to be more like a, 'This is Sparta!' and it will charge towards your epiglottis." So if you're in a position where you cannot control what goes down your throat, you're going to be coughing like a Dickensian orphan. Just how it is. Can't say nobody didn't warn you. Then there's the porn factor, people. Something else to consider. The gagging, the choking, the watery eyes, the general discomfort may not be your thing. Don't feel like you have to do it. Yeah, guys like it. We know you like it. But we're not all porn stars. Just how it is. That's a cold, hard reality of it. And not to discount porn here, there is a tip that you might actually be able to use here from it. Some actresses pretend to swallow and then actually sort of dribble it out of their mouth rather than having to swallow. Is it gross? Yep. Effective in a pinch? Absolutely. Avoid getting it in your mouth completely and go for the aim at another body part. Another appealing body part. Surely if you can't compromise on whether to spit or swallow, you can determine maybe there's just another part that they like as much, or you like as much, or may think is just as hot. Swallowing can be weirdly romantic and sometimes even hot, depending on the person. You know, and then there's another thing to consider, ladies. There's the taste factor. You know, in the article they put it that you can really never know what it's going to taste like. Every guy is different, and let's face it, it's based on things like health, diet, and other things that can have an effect on the taste of it too, even if you're with the same person. You know, the taste range that they gave for this in the article said, to put it best, it tastes anywhere from nothing to sort of sour but not awful to pennies. Yes, pennies. I know, it's weird. I thought it was kind of weird. You know, should you choose to spit, keep a towel handy, some tissue or paper towel or something, because, well, you don't want to make that awkward sprint to the bathroom to be spitting in the sink or the toilet. It will be awkward. It will be. Can't sugarcoat that. It will be awkward. And it may be a little on the offensive side, depending on your reaction. So if you're trying to be in a romantic moment, doing that is probably it's probably gonna kill the mood. Yeah. At least I'm guessing anyway. Then there's the last tip that's for the ladies who are watching their figure. Sperm is 20 calories per teaspoon, if that matters to you. So there you have it. You know, according to this article, it says that, you know, there is one very important cardinal rule. Whether you spit or swallow, carbonate it in a soda stream, or freeze it into ice cubes, if he won't kiss you afterwards, F that. And I have to say, I agree with that. But that can go both ways, ladies. Remember that. So, I did cover quite a few bases with this one. Had a few laughs, at least I did. I hope you guys did too. And as I promised, I told you guys I would give you my personal preferences and experiences and opinion of whether to spit or swallow. So, I would just like to say I'm allergic. Just kidding. I will admit that I have been caught in this situation a time or two, where, you know, have had no choice to swallow but to swallow. And I will say that the article gives some pretty accurate descriptions of taste. However, doesn't tell you about consistency, which I'm going to give you what I can relate it to. And my personal correlation with consistency is, because I know a lot of people, sometimes food even, consistency is a thing for you. So this would be something else to consider too, is consistency. If you've ever had a shot called a cement mixer, and what it is, and a lot of people do this as a prank to their friends when they're out having a good time at the bar. It is Bailey's Irish cream or some sort of Irish cream liqueur mixed with lime juice in a shot glass. And what you do is you throw it back and you swish it around in your mouth to mix it, and what happens is it congeals. And it's like slime, snot. And it's gross. And that's probably about the best way I can describe the consistency, guys. Sorry, fellas, if I'm deterring your woman from doing this for you, but it's the cold hard truth. That's how I can relate it. Or the best way I can describe the consistency. So, I will say too, if you decide to go for it, be prepared, or you better have some good gag reflexes. Just saying. I will leave you all with that food for thought. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was fun for me to research it and present it to you. I had some good laughs doing it, and hope you did too. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, everybody, we will see you soon. Bye.